Welcome back, Salty Fam. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. So today we are going to get into all of the housewives who have sued Andy or the Bravo network.
And it's a surprising amount, I'm surprised like any of them sue. I'd expect maybe one or two, but with how many, and the ones that it is interesting too. You'd think it'd be mostly the the not main ones kind of thing.
Yeah, well, it is interesting. Sometimes you kind of feel like this is like a money grab opportunity when that happens, But so first we have NeNe Leakes. So Real Housewives of Atlanta filed April 2022 in federal court against Bravo, NBC Universal, Andy Cohen, and production companies. This was for alleged hostile work environment with racially insensitive conduct and retaliation for complaints.
See, like that is one that is shocking. Like of all the Atlanta women, NeNe is the one suing. Like that's crazy.
Because NeNe was like one of the top housewives. Atlanta was one of the biggest ones there for a while.
For sure.
And it was very shocking to see that she
like all the doors
Andy.
that have probably opened because she was a housewife for so long and such a major one on like one of the most popular franchises of it. It's crazy that she would then turn around and try to like hit Andy up for some money like that or something, It's like, what?
Well, and I think the racially insensitive conduct was more towards Kim Zolciak, and Kim had made a comment about she didn't want to be sitting on a porch eating fried chicken with NeNe and would make like racially insensitive remarks because, they started as friends, but then quickly went to
devolved. Classic housewife friendship arc, They're like friends and then mortal enemies.
Yes. So they're at their mortal enemy stage. And I mean, obviously filming Housewives is very intense. Every single franchise has said that. It's an intense situation. Cameras are in your personal home.
Yeah.
They see things that
somebody's
you probably
life is blowing up. Each season, you're hoping it's not yours.
And they do like see things that you probably don't want them to see and be a part of. And I'm sure working conditions are like long hours. And I know that they do drink a lot, but
they all drink a lot before
them.
Housewives.
Like
they're all like, oh, we barely dabbled in alcohol, but after filming now we're chugging the wine and stuff. It's like they probably drink more when they're not filming.
Right. And they do feed them, but the Housewives just don't eat.
Yes.
So I think that's the problem.
And with that, it's like I get how that would upset NeNe, those comments from Kim, but Kim is not the network. She's like your peer on the show. Like if sue Kim if that's what it's kind of thing.
So it was dismissed August 2022, and there is no confirmed settlement according to People. So
I hope he didn't settle. I hope they just said this is total crap and it just got dismissed.
Right. For sure. And then NeNe Leakes is actually returning to Bravo. And in January 2026, Real Housewives of Ultimate Road Trip is the roaring 20th season.
Which it'll be good to see her back, It's like, it's just so interesting that she even did all of that. I'd be curious to hear like how she talks about it now. Like how she would describe it now kind of thing.
Right.
But I think it's good she's coming back. I bet she'll be good.
I think it'll be great to see her. And then we have Caroline Manzo. Now this one really shook up things, and still to this day, everyone wants to see the footage of Brandi Glanville sexually assaulting Caroline Manzo.
And it's crazy footage. If it had to kill the whole season or whatever,
well, I think it might have been groping. I don't know. Everyone is speculating what happened,
It was, whatever it was probably relentless. And just like every comment is something like just making her feel super uncomfortable.
And then maybe like, some unwanted advances,
And Brandi's
and
got
I think
history.
Brandi was really drunk too.
Oh,
so,
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Ultimate girls trip. They're all getting wasted probably, you know.
So Caroline Manzo, she was on the beginning years of Real Housewives of New Jersey, and she filed in January 2024 against Bravo, NBC, Universal, Warner Bros., Shed Media, and other production companies. And this was for an alleged hostile environment via alcohol provision and sexual assault harassment by Brandi Glanville.
Oh my gosh, these housewives with the work environment is so bad. Lady, you're making like 300 grand for 6 weeks of work, dude.
Well, she knows how it goes. She was on New Jersey for many years. Like the whole family dynamics and with Teresa all was crazy. Then she had her spin-off show with just her family.
That's right.
Like she doesn't know how filming goes.
It's so just like, and it's always because of what another cast member did or whatever. It's like,
well, I mean, the Brandi like sexual assault harassment, that is next level. But the alleged hostile environment with alcohol, like what you're getting into.
So lame. It just screams like desperate money grab.
And it's weird because like if they have that brownstone and it's so successful and her husband makes all this money and why do you need to sue?
And why would you want to exactly like
and be in bad
burning
graces.
these bridges for like it's just a weird like I don't understand the motive of why they would be like this is worth the risk, knowing as well too like you really think your lawyers are going to be as stacked as theirs? Like you really think you're going to get one over the line on a mega network that's been like running TV since like TV's existed? The parent company that owns everything. Like, come on.
Yeah, well, and it just Bravo has done a lot for Caroline Manzo and the family and everything like that. So it is like putting a kibosh to that relationship for sure. And the case is actually ongoing as of February 2026. And there was an amended complaint filed around June 2025. And then defendants filed motion to dismiss on First Amendment grounds. That's according to the Bravo Docket podcast. And there is no final resolution reported.
Just like the last one, hopefully that just gets dismissed. Like, no, go pound sand, dude. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, I think depending on what the footage is, now they probably won't show the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip in Morocco until this is wrapped up. Yeah. Andy Cohen came out and said he would definitely be airing it, but it was, the higher ups.
It's the parent companies that own everything
say
that are
no.
like,
and probably because it's still ongoing. Maybe once it's wrapped up, whether they'll show what happened between her and Brandi or not, like maybe they'll just show us what.
I hope the lost girls trip, dude. They gotta
like what the whole season would have been minus that part, and then maybe they would show it, and maybe
if they release it, they gotta release it with that part.
Yeah. I mean, it would be hard not to have it in there, but also I totally get why they wouldn't.
Yes, no, I get why they wouldn't. I get why they wouldn't, but as the consumer, it'd be like, it's like
I can't imagine it's like that off.
I bet it's not.
I bet she was drunk and was like, Caroline, I love you, and then maybe like hugged her or grabbed her or maybe I don't know, but I don't think it was like full on like she was like attacking her.
Especially think of all the crazy stuff they have shown across all the franchises, the crazy physical fights, Candace throwing knives, just all sorts of stuff. Yeah. But Brandi laying it on thick is just like a little too much.
I don't know. That's why everyone is just so eager. They're like, how, what?
We need to know.
Is it blown out of proportion? Is it really actually that bad? So.
I know the fact that they didn't air it, it makes you think, oh, maybe it is that bad.
I know.
Maybe it was like full on, like she was sexually assaulted and it was like a filming of a crime.
Yeah. I mean, you never know with all of this Tyra Banks stuff coming out. You really never know.
You don't.
Okay, now we have Leah McSweeney. She is Real Housewives in New York City, filed February 2024 against Bravo, NBC Universal, Andy Cohen, Warner Brothers, Shed Media, and other producers. So she alleged disability discrimination, alcohol use disorder, and mental health. And then hostile environment, of course, failure to accommodate, and pressure to relapse for ratings via guerrilla-type physiological warfare.
Okay, I mean, that's like a little dramatic, And, with all the hostile work environment, I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same guy representing all these women.
Ladies,
yeah, it's like his playbook of like, oh, we'll just do this,
Add in hostile work environment.
Yeah. Hers, though, it just, again, more BS. She's going to like try to say, oh, it's her addiction was a problem. Well, then don't go on a reality show. Yeah. You knew you were
don't put yourself in triggering positions if you're an addict and, could relapse because of the position you're going to put yourself in when she didn't have to, she had a job. Yeah. She ran a company. She didn't have to be a housewife.
Well, that's when you start thinking of her motives. But also like, they probably couldn't exclude her as an addict. That would be discriminatory. They said, oh, we were going to do it, but no, you're an alcoholic. We're not going to do it. So it's like, that's just such a BS like can of worms to open. Yeah. But then also hers is interesting because she sued the police department to start her company. So she's kind of got a history of using lawsuits to like make a buck. Right. So it's like hers is just even that much more desperate, I feel like, between her history and then also the whole alcoholism thing, bringing it in as like, it's only bringing that in to manipulate, like that's the only reason of bringing that in. So like buy sympathy and manipulate,
Right. So actually a lot of these cases are still like ongoing. So as of March 2025, ruling dismissed over half of her claims, but the ones that are allowed to proceed are disability discrimination, hostile work environment, and failure to accommodate.
It's so weird, too, the failure to accommodate, because they're filming in their own homes all the time.
Maybe it's like a specific cast trip or...
Yeah, but the girls plan the trip. Yeah. Because one of them hosts it, So like the reunion I get, maybe, oh, there was something at the reunion she didn't like. But everything else, it's like in other people's places.
I bet that...
It's like we're the fly on the wall just watching y'all,
I bet the failure to accommodate is like a big umbrella over like a lot of things that could fall under there. And it's just
for
like
sure. Things that don't even have anything to do with filming.
Right. Like they're just trying to stick whatever they can, Yeah. And then case remains active and ongoing into 2026. And May 2025, filings allege that Cohen orchestrated a coordinated attack via media and other housewives to discredit her. So now she's claiming like online bullying from Andy and other housewives.
Hers is just pure victimhood. Way too much. Like, oh my gosh. It's just crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that that's definitely a money grab, I feel like.
For sure.
And then now, last but not least, Britt Eady. So this one is Real Housewives of Atlanta. It was actually pretty awful.
This one, like, is the only one with legs, I feel legit. Like,
Yeah, I mean, so if you didn't see, this is when Kenya Moore had a hair care opening and invited a lot of people. And towards the end, she had blow up poster boards of Britt Eady sucking dick.
Yeah.
And very inappropriate
and I think they were like private photos leaked. Not like she published these online so anybody can go Google them and just pull them out before this happened.
Kenya claimed that someone sent them to her, which she either dug for them or...
Yeah, and it's like, Kenya, don't act like you're some like investigative journalist and it was from your source, so you're not responsible, but you were doing, fighting for truth.
Yeah. No, she just wanted to slander this girl's name, and she was immediately fired after that. Immediately.
And I think the girl like lost some of her insurance stuff.
Yeah, she was an insurance agent. She was put under review.
Yeah.
And obviously completely embarrassed. Everyone who attended saw those huge blown up poster boards of her.
She's like walking in with them like...
Yeah, it was awful. And so this is filed June 2025 and against Bravo, NBC Universal, and production companies sought for $20 million. Alleged defamation, intentional infliction of emotional distress, false light, sexual harassment, hostile environment over aired explicit photos, and claimed to use as revenge porn despite objections.
Oh, like maybe she tried to get them to not air that episode.
Maybe.
You know? And I mean, that one too, it seems like the network probably takes it the most serious as well, because they really did just, Kenya was done like after that episode, you know, like
we didn't hear any more confessionals from her.
Didn't show her in the rest of the season, even though they already, you know, they could have been like, we're not going to work with her going forward, but you'll still see her in the rest of the season. But you know, they recut the whole thing to not include her at all,
right?
You know.
I mean, Kenya's like donezo on Bravo. I don't think we hear of her, speak of her.
No, I think that
I don't think she's
totally
at BravoCon.
self-destructed with that.
Yeah. I mean, that was awful. And it is interesting that production did not step in and say, hey, this is crossing the line. That is interesting. And I get that they don't have to. It's just
they might have not even known, honestly. Because of how she just came in with, like, she might have been saying, oh, I got something planned, wait and see, it's gonna be crazy. But they don't know exactly what she's gonna do, you know?
Yeah,
and then it just comes in and it's like, because it was kind of like the thing was already going on, the event. Yeah, and then she's just like pops up with these giant billboards of it, like out of nowhere, you know?
It was awful, and the things that she was saying about Britt were awful, and it was definitely defamation. And it made me think, like, why isn't she suing Kenya? And she might be, but maybe Kenya just doesn't have any money, so she's going to go for, you know, the network.
I bet, and maybe that's it. Maybe you win one, and then you go get the next person.
Yeah,
you go for the network because she could get more from the network than Kenya. But if she wins the network one, then she'll go destroy Kenya with it, with like precedence.
Bankrupt her, bankrupt her. And so the matter is pending as of early 2026. And there has been limited public updates as of like this year. So, you know, we're just in February. So
it'll be interesting to see that one, like she might win. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. And there is no like trial date or reported dismissal date, settlement, anything. So
I bet it's like a back and forth, probably, oh, we settled for this, no, that we settled for this. Right. You know, I'm sure the lawyers love it. They want it to go on as long as possible.
Right.
Just billing hours the whole time.
You
know?
Yeah, very true. And then one that surprised me was Bethenny Frankel. Now, this wasn't an actual lawsuit when she did the reality reckoning, but she was going hard like for really Andy and for all of the work environment stuff and NDA challenges and better conditions. But I was surprised to hear that she didn't file any type of like official lawsuit because she was very vocal for very many years of how she was splitting herself from Bravo, didn't want to work with them, you know, and all that stuff with her reality reckoning.
And hers is another interesting one. Like she literally is where she's at because of Skinny Girl, but Skinny Girl is where it's at because of her time on Bravo. She got all that free promotion pushing it, which is not just like
millions of dollars of free promotion.
Kyle got to 10 million, 0 ads off of it. I'm sure Bethenny did even more because people probably like buying stuff from her more than they do Kyle, without spending a single dollar on ads. Like that alone is such a mega platform to then turn around and be like, it wasn't ideal. Like I get there's always things you want to improve, but making it seem like it was this horrible place. It's like, lady, shut up.
Mind you, they all get paid like $100,000 an episode
while they're on the show. And then just the payment of having your brand and your brand like identity or whatever go so big is worth more than whatever they would pay you. And she knows that. She became a shark on Shark Tank because of how much she was able to get off Skinny Girl.
And you know, hostile work conditions, you know, these ladies are super uppity. like not normal
and
request
they're the
lady.
hostile ones.
So like maybe the conditions are just fine. These ladies are just so extreme on everything that they're like, this is so hostile. Well, but like for normal people, we're like, this is normal.
And it's they feel like it's like somebody who worked on an oil rig complaining he gets dirty. It's like, that's the job, dude. Like, where did you think you were going to work? Like, like, have you ever watched the show? Do you know, like, the whole point of the Bravo network and what Andy likes to sort of portray in his shows? Like, and then you're going to be like, oh, it was uncomfortable and there's like a lot of fighting. And it's like,
well, it is about, you know, the relationships, the arguments, but then coming back together, making up, and, you know.
It's about, like, the drama of the rich and famous. Or you know, that's how it would be worded if it was, like, 30 years ago before social media or whatever. Like, that's, like, the vein of what the whole point is.
Right,
you know?
right. And then another kind of silly one that went nowhere was Brandi Glanville. She was claiming that Andy Cohen and Kate Chastain from Below Deck had called her, like FaceTime her while they were drunk, saying, do you want to do a threesome with me and all this stuff? And she was claiming how it was harassment and made her feel uncomfortable. And
that is 1000% Brandi's fantasy. She dreamed and wished that happened.
And it's just like, it's rich coming from Brandi when sexual harassment is being claimed on her right now.
And she's hooking up with Denise when she's with Aaron.
Yeah,
she's
secretly
crazy,
hooking up with Denise.
Like, and he's gay. He wants to have a threesome with these two girls.
I don't think he wants to do anything with Kate
them
or
calling
Brandi.
her over the phone. They were probably in New York and she's in California.
Yeah.
Like it was obviously they're like, let's call Brandi and be funny.
Yeah.
You know.
And then she took it like super serious and was
probably
so offended.
She probably loved it and then told someone about it, and they were like, you know, you could really do this, and that. And she's like,
she gets all worked up.
Yeah.
And then they're like, whoa, you have a really big claim against you. Maybe you should not be
like, actually pump the brakes. Like, go get your face figured out.
Yeah. Which she has.
Thank the Lord. Good for her, you know.
Yeah, it was a breast plant leakage.
She's like, you can't get rid of her. She's popping up on shows, girls trips, lawsuits.
I know.
You know, she's like always in the orbit somehow.
She is. Honestly, it reminds me a lot of Sheena Shea.
Yeah, right.
Like their energies
and funny
are the
enough,
same.
didn't Sheena sleep with her husband?
Yeah.
So it's, you know,
comes
crazy.
full circle.
Very crazy.
Right. Well, like and subscribe for more and let us know your thoughts in the comments.